Alrighty guys, so welcome to another video. So yes, you probably realized if you are a subscriber, you've probably already seen this tank. There are all the fish there. I've torn the tank down and I'm doing another aquascape in here because I just wasn't falling in love with the piece, and I felt like just the bit of timber in there was just a little bit too much. Like, not too much, it was exactly what I wanted it to be, but it just didn't have enough swimming room. And I'm actually gonna put my rainbows somewhere else. This is gonna be a Pacific danio and Cory tank because I actually kind of want to use it as a show tank, but I also want to put like a mop in here and there to get eggs out of them. So what I've done is I've already cleared it all out. I wasn't going to video that because, you know, who wants to see breaking down a tank? It takes a long time. It's taken me all day, and now it's like 8 o'clock at night when I'm filming this. So I know I've already skipped a step, but as you can see, I've got a bag in there, which is I'll show you the bag. So it's actually a washing bag from Coles. $3. You put your dirt in it. This is how I should have done it in the first place. So you put your substrate in there, like your plant-based substrate, so the little dirt bead. So this, by memory, it's actually fluval something, I can't remember, but it's the you know, it's the planted substrate. So I got that in the bag, mixed in with some pebbles and sand and stuff from the previous build, for that extra beneficial bacteria in there. I gave the tank a little bit of a wipe down. Looks like it chipped the tank a little bit. Oh well, it'll be alright. So what I'm going to do now is, I got some of these today. So this is the API root tabs. So I've already had these in the past. They are very good for when you're doing a planted tank, especially when you're starting off, because it gives the tank that iron and you know, all the goods for the plants. It just encourages the roots to grow straight down to that source. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to crush it up in this like herb crusher. I'm going to do 4 tablets for the size of this tank, and then I'm just going to sprinkle it all over the bottom of the tank and on top of this bag. Yes, there's no soil around the edge here, but all the main plants that I'm doing on this build is going to be in the middle here. It's going to be like a middle island type of thing. So all the bigger plants that need that extra substrate, that extra, you know, nutrients and stuff is going to go out the back there. And the ones that actually grow better in sand will go like along the front here. But I don't want to put too much. It's mainly just going to be here. But anyway, if you guys do end up liking this video, please like and subscribe for more videos, and let's get into it. Alrighty guys, so at the moment I just had the bag on the floor and it was getting water everywhere, so I've just had to quickly dump in. It's like that real thick, like you can kind of see on my hand, real like thick little black sand gravel type of stuff. The sole purpose why I've already put it in there is because it was getting water everywhere on the floor. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get 4 of these root tabs out. So you just pop this. So this is the API root tabs, and what you do is pop 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm struggling at the moment. I've only got one arm. I had an operation on Friday, so and then basically you just start crushing them up. Kind of just want to get it nice and crushed up like real fine sand. So that's kind of what you want it to look like. And then all you do is, I'm going to do this bag. Just scatter it over the bag. I want heaps on the bag because that's where all the main plants are going to be. Just like that. And then while the sides are exposed, just put a little bit down there. A little bit down there. A little bit on this side. And at the back there. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this go a little bit quicker for probably the rest of the video. Don't hold me against that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the sand all the way at the back, clean up the front, and then sprinkle some around the front, because you do want that nutrients all around the tank. You don't want to just put it where your plants are going to be, because your plants are going to spread and grow depending on what type of plants you got. So yeah, let's push the sand to the front and keep them going. Alrighty guys, so now you got your base layer, your mid layer with all your nutrients, API, root tabs. Now this is kind of like you're just basically starting. So what you want to do now is, from this step you want to go to your hardscape. So I'm going to select some rocks. I'm going to try some out because I got some different ones. I got some river rocks, and then I got some aquarium rocks that I actually bought 2 years ago that used to be in this tank here, with all the fish in it. I had an aquascape in that for 2 years. It was just my shrimp tank. But they're really cool. I'll show you this one now. This is probably the coolest one. So it's just like darker rock, but it's got all this like white vein through it, and it's got like silver sparkles through it. You can't really see it, because of the lighting, but it also like gets like a rainbow effect on the rock. Yeah, you can't really see it, but bring it over here. Kind of gets like a rainbow effect. I've got the camera facing me, you can't really see it, but anyway, it kind of gets like a rainbow effect to it when the light hits it. So I'm not too sure yet with these ones, because they've still got some stuff on there from the last one, but I can just flip them over and hide that. So yeah, anyway, I might end up choosing this rock now that I'm looking at it, but we'll see how we go. Alrighty guys, I'm actually quite happy with the way it's looking at the moment. It's not too much. I'm trying to get a clean look with this, so I know it's got some old Christmas moss still dried out on it, but it will either eventually go away or actually grow back. So kind of just giving it a little bit of a clean on the outsides. So now it's just time for sand. So that's what it's looking like at the moment. Cool. Alrighty guys, so this is it so far. Oh, I'm really liking it. Just the colour of that rock just looks so good. So what I've done off camera is I just washed down the sides with a bit of water and a little watering can, which I've got here. So I washed the sides down with this and over the top of the rocks, just to get that sand all down. The layer around the rocks is a little bit thin because that's where all the plants are going to go. So because I want to reach that nutrient layer. So right now it's all plants for the rest of the time. And then yeah, so if you guys made it this far, you might as well leave a like and subscribe if you can, please, and thank you. Yeah, so far I'm really liking it. You know, bright colors, dark rocks with the white lines through it. It's really singing out to me. So let's get the plants in and keep them going. Alrighty guys, planting done. Very happy out with it. I actually love the look of this already, like even without the water in it. So once water in, all those back plants will stand up, and all these little plants at the front here will stand out. So I think it's just time to get some water into it. But if you guys are liking this so far, please leave a like and subscribe. And yeah, let's get back into it. Let's get some water in it and see what it looks like. It might be a little bit cloudy at first, but it will clear up. So now you guys are probably wondering why I ended up using playground sand. So our hardware store, Bunnings in Australia, has these play sand bags. You're probably thinking why I was using wet sand and all that. It's because I had to wash it, but it says washed on the packet, but I got a 20 kilo bag of sand for $7 at Bunnings. So $7 compared to $70 for or $120 for aquarium sand. It's worth just paying $7 for a 20 kilo bag. Barely even touched a quarter of the bag for this, and yeah, and this is the result. Like, it looks good. Like, it's a bit hard not being dry to spread it around the rocks and stuff like that, but you just figure it out. It's pretty simple, and it's easy to wash. You just rinse it out in a bucket, constantly repeat the process until the water starts clearing on its own, and then so let's get into filling it up. Alrighty guys, so now we got the tap all set up. Paper towel laid down so it doesn't disturb the sand as much as possible. Might even slide it a little bit up this way. I'm just going to have it on real low and let it fill up slowly. Just like that, just let it fill up. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished product. Yeah, I'm super stoked with it. I reckon it looks good, it looks clean. This is definitely my type of style when it comes to doing aquascapes. The last one I did was kind of a little bit out of my comfort zone. It was more of like it was a riverbank style tank, but it was more of like a biotope tank, but yeah, this one here is definitely screaming out to me. Like, this is definitely my style. I like the nice clean look. I like the white sand. You know, there's a few bits of black here and there, but you know, once that rotella at the back here grows in, it'll definitely have like pink to it, so it'll add a bit of color to it. Might even get some like red stem plants or something to add here and there. It's definitely a thought, but at the moment I definitely do not want to touch it. Like, these plants here, they go reddy pink as well, so like you can see kind of, if I bring you in closer over here, that plant there has like kind of maroon red leaves that come through. So yeah, I definitely like it. Like, yeah, this rock here's got a bit of leftover from the last tank on it still, but hopefully that eventually goes away, or it might even grow through or something. I'm not too sure, but like these bare rocks that have like the white grain through it and the white vein through it. So I really like it. So hopefully the plants definitely do grow better through this tank. Like these plants here had like hair algae growing on them in that riverbed tank. I don't know if it was from the timber or the too many fish in the tank or too much bio load. I'm not too sure, but like I only feed my fish every 3 days, so there's not too much, you know, protein in the water for the algae to feed on. So, but like I wash them and like look at them now, like they look great. Like they don't have any of that hair algae on them. There's a couple of leaves over there that still have a tiny bit on them, but I reckon they'll go by the time it all grows in. So I'm actually going to do a home CO2 on this tank. So stay tuned for a DIY. Yeah, like you can literally make your own CO2. So I bought this on eBay. So this is just the thing that releases the CO2 into the water. And then I've got all the other stuff from other stuff that I've bought. So like my pod filter come with some stuff that I can use. So all you need is a couple of drink bottles and yeah, anyway, so stay tuned with that and look out for that. So anyway, guys, that's it for tonight. I got a whole bunch of cleaning up to do. You can't really see, but there's rocks and buckets and stuff everywhere. So, but I really hope you enjoyed this build. This is definitely one of the nicest ones I've ever done. I love how white the sand is. So this is just playground sand, as I've said. So you know, if you guys want to save some money and you want real white sand, well, go to Bunnings, get playground sand. They even have river sand. They have paving sand that you can also use as well, but none of it's washed. This stuff was washed, but I still had to really wash it down. Yeah, so anyway, for now, thanks for watching, and if you like this video, you know, smash the like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching.